What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums, and you are tuning in to the most award-winning independent talk show in the whole South, none other than BrinkTV. Now, the Not Just Your TV said we got a beautiful, amazing face, and not only just a beautiful, amazing face, but also one of the faces of Sound Executive Records. We're talking about Xelus Star. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
First and foremost, I gotta say thank you for being a guest on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, I'm doing great. You doing great. You looking
Good.
great.
Thank
You
you.
sound
Appreciate
great.
it.
And I did say she is one of the faces of Sound Executive Records.
Mhm.
So we got plenty to talk about, obviously. You know, of course, shout out to everybody with them. Shout out to my girl, Renee Rhythm, a.k.a. Renee Reed, a.k.a. The Boss.
Yeah.
She getting it in. Of course, y'all saw them on the show, recently. But it's time to feature you. So let's go ahead and get into the genesis. Tell the people where you from exactly.
So I'm born and raised here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
I grew up in Westwood mostly.
Hey,
Yeah,
the bottom.
yeah, the bottom for
Yeah.
sure. We as a family we moved around the whole city, so I'm well acquainted. But that's where I originate from.
All right, so obviously being from Westwood, hey
Mhm.
man, you know how it is in
Yeah.
Westwood. Shout out to everybody out there, man. We used to be out there like crazy.
Oh yeah.
See, I don't really want to tell my age.
Okay.
But when I was in kindergarten at Westwood Elementary,
Uh-huh.
the Longhorns,
Yeah.
see, in the cafeteria, they had Fat Albert and the Ninja Turtles painted on the cafeteria
Oh
wall.
really?
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how old I am, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But hey, enough
You
about
don't
all
look
that.
it though. You
I,
don't look
I
it, though.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. Angie Stone, how you doing? But anyway, so being from Westwood, like, what was it like growing up for you?
I loved it. I
Okay.
loved it. The community has always been just it's been beautiful. You
Yeah.
know that everybody in the community knows each other. We all family.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I have a lot of friends that I'm still acquainted with from Westwood. But yeah, I loved my neighborhood. I still live out there, so
No
you
doubt.
might
Hey,
catch me.
shout out to everybody out there in Westwood, man. Like I say, I got so many stories from that area
Mhm.
because it's like Westwood isn't celebrated or talked about as much
It's
as other
not.
parts of the
It's
city.
really not. I know everybody has been to the Crystal Palace.
Definitely, yeah.
So I feel we should have a little more recognition, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
real people come out of that part of town.
Man, shout out to LeChat.
Yeah, for
Westwood
sure. Right.
veteran, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you already know. So, all right, so we talked a lot of off camera about so many different topics.
Mhm.
Now, one of the things I want to jump into is, the single that you got out right now is called
Yes.
Offer.
Yes.
All right, so let's dive into that. Like, who produced it? Who made
Okay,
the beat?
so J. Rod produced it along with Larry Coleman. It was actually written by at the time was a label mate of mine, Ryan Lotus. And it's a song that he had been working on for a little while, and he was looking for a female singer to really bring it to life. And
Yeah.
we had been working together for years, so when he brought it to me, I just hopped on it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, one thing that's incredible, like, when Renee brought you guys to my attention
Mhm.
and she just talked so highly of you and she was
Mhm.
like, this girl can really blow.
Yeah.
And if anybody say somebody can sing, I want to know.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
finna check it out. But when I
Right.
heard the song, I was like, this girl really got some pipes
I
on her.
appreciate it.
It's so much soul inside of you.
Yeah.
Like, who are some of your musical influences coming up?
So Prince would be the main one. Prince
Yeah.
is who I grew up on as a child. Love him down. Along with Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin, Brandy, Beyonce, India Arie, Erica Badu, Jill Scott. It keeps going and going. But I love a soulful feel in music.
Yeah.
That's been my big influence. Soul is really big for me.
Man, definitely RIP to the great. We talking about Prince.
Right.
I gotta ask you, what's your favorite Prince song?
My favorite song would have to be "I Would Die for You."
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey man. And like as a young person, I really studied Purple Rain. Like
Oh,
I watched
yeah.
that movie so many times,
Yes.
cover to cover.
Yeah.
Even though I like Morris Day, that was my favorite
Yeah, yeah,
character
yeah,
on
yeah. I
there.
love Morris Day.
I
I
love
love the time,
Morris
yeah.
Day. Yeah, man. Him and Jerome,
Yeah, yeah.
Jerome. And then
Right.
Jerome come with the mirror. Like, I
Right.
love it, man.
Yeah.
The time, the revolution, hey, it's all incredible. Of course, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, them guys,
Yeah.
like, man.
Right.
I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and I was saying that they pretty much ran the 80s.
Oh, absolutely.
From producing, they produced for Janet Jackson, and of course, working with Prince Morris Day and the time, like they ran the 80s.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, in addition to that, my guy Teddy Riley, he was doing this thing too.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
So you like that old New Jack Swing sound too, or what?
Absolutely. Grew up on it. That you will hear a lot of that influence in my music.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. All right. So let's get deeper into the music. Off camera, you told me you're actually working on a project.
I am.
Should be coming out, you say, before the summer, right?
Before the summertime. We don't have a set date yet, but it's coming.
Okay. All right. So let's talk more about this project, maybe some of the content. What are you going to be talking about on that?
So,
because I'm kind of nervous, I'm kind of shell shocked because
don't be nervous.
It's so much toxic R&B out here.
There is, but we're not going to solely base it on toxic R&B.
Okay.
There'll be a lot of what I would like to call Phoenix rising out the ashes type of music. You know, just talking about day-to-day situations that you go through within your relationship and what you do to get through them. That's mostly what the EP is going to be about.
Okay, so you said there are no features on this project, right?
No features. It's all me.
So I won't even get a feature from Chino Dakota on here?
Ooh, maybe. We can bring it back for those of you that know Chino. She might pop out.
Let's dive into that, man, because you told me off camera you've actually went through a few names, a few different aliases.
Yeah.
Who was Chino Dakota?
So Chino Dakota, that is who I started as in my career.
Okay.
She was very vulnerable, the heartbreak kid. She really stuck to what we were just saying, that toxic R&B. And that's just how I felt like I needed to express myself at the time.
Yeah.
As I was able to keep developing my craft, I did switch over to Zealous Star, who I resonate with more, who's more inspirational, who has a little bit more lightness and a little more peace to talk about, to be able to give to the people.
Yeah. So, of course, we got to dive into, what actually prompted, the whole change. And because it wasn't just a name change. It was pretty much a whole change in mindset. You actually were involved in a bad accident. That pretty much changed your whole life.
It did, yeah.
Let's talk about it.
It happened in 2018.
Okay.
It was a pretty bad accident. I ended up spending about a month in the hospital after the accident. Went through 2 major surgeries. And then after that is really what inspired me to just have a change in direction. My mental wasn't the same, and I wanted my music to reflect where I am as opposed to what everybody met me as.
Yeah. We got to talk more about it because we talking about not being able to do your normal day-to-day activities,
Yeah.
We could talk about music and all of that, but that's kind of to the side. We talking about not being able to get up and go whenever you feel like it.
And that is always my MO. I pride myself on being independent. So that took a hit for me. It made me realize like life is really short. That is literally my testimony. And it's what I think about day to day, what I count myself for as I'm moving forward. Like we could not be here one day. And so cherish the days that you have.
Absolutely. I love it. Hey, this young lady definitely got a message and a story that you definitely gonna have to tap in and listen to. So aside from music, like you got any hobbies or anything like that or what?
So I do dance.
Okay.
I have been dancing for as long as I've been singing. They go hand in hand.
Okay.
And I feel like as a entertainer, you got to have that aspect of it. I'm also really big into fashion. It's always been a big part of my life. That's also something that I'm really known for. So I do plan on getting into more of that aspect later on in my career. So y'all keep an eye out for that.
Hey, coming soon 99, believe that. So off camera, we also talked about a few of the shows that you like watching right now. You actually tapping in with the BMF series as well as Power and all of that.
Yep.
Power just came back. Now, which one of them 2 shows you like? Well, you rocking with Meech or you rocking with Tariq? I mean,
you know
who?
What? I'm Big Meech.
Okay.
I'm Big Meech.
Big
I'm
Meech.
Big BMF. Yeah. I can relate. Not necessarily with everything that's going on. Let's get that understood.
I promise you.
But
no incrimination.
It's relatable. I like real people.
Yeah.
They real people. The struggles are real. It's something that you can resonate with. Now, I mess with Power too. Now.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, but if I'm going to choose, it's going to be BMF for sure.
I got to ask. I like this show. You messing with Snowfall or what?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's up there too. Yeah. Actually, I think I like Snowfall more than I like BMF.
Oh.
I'm not trying to spy on that.
Hey, Franklin Saint, tap in. You also was telling me about the show Swarm.
Swarm,
you that.
I just binge watched that. Swarm is really good. I would, if you are into music, if you part of the Beehive, we know it's loosely based on Beyonce and the Beehive. It was a really good production. We got Dominique Fishback that is, she's headlining that. Shout out to her because I
Yeah.
love her as an actress. Period. But it was really good. I enjoyed it, and I encourage everybody to give it a try.
So a little birdie told me in high school you actually did acting.
I
You were in
did. I
plays.
did.
Is that something you thinking about getting back into or
Yeah,
what?
absolutely. I love to act. I think that's another way just to express myself creatively. I consider myself walking art, so anything that I could do that I can express myself, I go for it.
So that means next time they want to do Dream Girls at the
Mm-hmm.
Orpheum,
Mm.
bow right here. We
Call
got
me.
the star. Tap in where you fit in.
Right.
So obviously we're in Memphis. You're
Mhm.
from Memphis. I'm from Memphis. We got to talk about the R&B scene here in Memphis.
Yeah.
What's your definition?
Woo. I would say there is a vast amount of talent for R&B specifically in Memphis.
Mhm.
I would love to see more of it personally. I don't think that we are headlining it like we should. But when I think of Memphis, I think of soul. I also think eccentric. We got a lot of artists out here that go against the grain. They don't do the same things that we've always seen. So yeah, I would love for more R&B artists to be able to headline and be highlighted.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I totally agree with you. And off camera we was talking, and like it seems like there's not that push.
Right.
I can't say presence because y'all are here,
Right.
but it seems like there's not that push, and it's not just in the city; it's all across the industry
Right.
because. I can remember, and of course, I said this in the other interview with Traviante. I can remember, BET featuring
Mhm.
music, R&B, rap, any
Right.
genre, all genres. MTV,
Right. Yeah.
specifically all genres. But now, over the last 15 or so years, we don't get any music
Right.
on there. You
Right.
have to subscribe to the more premium channels like
Right.
BT Soul or BT Her,
Yeah.
stuff like that, or
Mhm.
MTV. I don't even think they got MTV Jams no more. They
I
got rid of
haven't
that.
seen it.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you're doing as an artist to combat the things that are going on, maybe the disadvantages that R&B artists have in the industry now?
I honestly would say it's really gonna come down to that push. It's gonna come down to the drive. It's gonna come down to you putting yourself out there and making yourself seen. We gotta work. We have to let them know that we are here. I know there is a lack of opportunity as far as that is concerned, but we have to create the opportunity. You keep on putting in that work, they gonna find you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In addition to having an incredible amount of management.
Right. In addition to that, shout out to Renee.
I
Yeah.
promise you. So of course, with you being such a gorgeous lady, I gotta
Mhm.
say that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Angie, don't hurt me because I'm, it's true. I'm
Yeah.
saying the truth. But do you ever feel any pressures like, okay, I gotta show my body, I gotta twerk in my video, I gotta bust it open?
No. I don't. Thankfully, I don't run into those type of pressures. I come from an upbringing, a mother who always instilled in us to be original, to be authentic, to never be ashamed, to be who we are, to be proud of our bodies, to live out loud. So that having her instill that in us early really does carry me in my career. Even if I have the slightest thought, I always come back to that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's incredible. And of course, we got to go ahead and get into the shows because you got some shows coming up.
Yeah, we do got some shows coming up.
A few shows, fashion shows coming up. I
Yeah, we
believe
got,
later in April.
Yeah, we have a show, the Arts Bazaar in April. That's April 22nd, and then in June we have another fashion show that me and a couple of my label mates will be headlining. So y'all be on the lookout for it. We coming.
I gotta talk about because we talking about you can sing and dance.
Mhm.
What in the heck is your stage presence like? I mean, you all over the place. Like Sierra, I mean, what's up?
I
gotta know.
can give it that. I
Okay.
can really, it's just sauce. I can give you whatever you need.
Okay.
Y'all just have to come out and see it. I do live in my alter ego when I'm on stage.
Yeah,
I'm very comfortable there. When you meet me, just off the first appearance,
yeah.
I'm very chill, mellow. But the artist side of me is completely different.
Man, that zealous sauce is sold separately.
It
You're going
is.
to have to make sure you get you a couple packs of it. Let's talk about the performance you did back in February. What was that
Mhm.
like?
It was a good experience. It was really my first time just getting back out there, getting on
Okay.
the mic, being able to just showcase, what I had. And we really enjoyed ourselves. It was two of us that was on that show. The crowd was a lovely crowd. They were
Yeah,
hyped, they were into it, and they really feeded us the energy that we needed to keep going. So I definitely enjoyed it.
I promise you, when you
Mhm.
give it out, you get it right back.
Exactly.
Now it's about time to get into the social media.
Hmm.
That way the people can keep up with you on a day-to-day
Yep.
basis. What is your social media?
So my social media is Zealous Star. That's everywhere. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Y'all can't have me on Snapchat. I'm sorry. That's off limits. But it's Zealous Star everywhere. On Instagram is Zealous XELUS .star, and everywhere else it's just Zealous Star.
Of course, I gotta ask you, where did that name come from?
Okay, so zealous, the definition of the word is to move towards an object or an obstacle with vigor, with passion, with fire. And I feel like in everything that you do, especially coming from a creative standpoint, you should have that type of energy about what you're doing, about your art, about your craft. So that's where I got that part from. And then the star, I just feel like I'm a walking star. I'm shining. You're going to see me when I'm coming through. So put it together, you guys in the star.
Hey, this lady would definitely light up any room that she
Mm-hmm.
enters. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with her. But this is my favorite part of the show on BrinkTV. We got two cameras. This camera over here. You see that one over there?
Mm-hmm.
That one right there, that's yours.
Okay.
Your camera. What I
Gotcha.
need you to do is look into this camera and tell the people why they should tap in with your movement, why they should check out your music, why
Okay.
they should be looking for the EP. It's actually coming
Yeah,
out
it's coming
before
out.
the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
All right, so it's Zealous Star again. Me as an artist, I feel like I have something fresh to offer. It's not gonna be the same run of the mill that you've been getting. You're gonna get a little bit of everything as far as genre is concerned. You're gonna get some rock and roll. You're gonna get some hip hop. You're gonna get some jazz. You're gonna get some soul. You never know. So I would say tap in if you are the type of person that appreciates dynamics and being fluid as music is concerned. That's what I would say. But y'all have to tap in and judge for yourself.
Hey man, it's all there. Like I said, get you some of that zealous sauce. We might have to actually come out with a real
I
sauce.
mean, we might cut
Can you cook?
sponsorships. Anybody want a link,
Can
we can do
you
that.
cook? I want to know.
Absolutely. I am the oldest of 7.
Okay, 7.
So,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait a
yeah,
minute.
Yeah. Shout out to my sibs. I love y'all.
Okay, well, hey.
But I learned to cook real early. So yeah, we do some throwing down for sure.
Okay, well, hey, you never know. In the future, we might have a cooking segment on the show
Hey,
featuring
let's do
Zealous
it.
Star. You
Let's
never
do it.
know.
I'm
We
with it.
might, yeah. So I gotta say thank you again for being a
Thank you
guest
for
on the
having
show.
me. I appreciate it.
No doubt. With that being said, now back to more Brink TV.